all morning. The Fox 61 Morning News starts now.
And we have breaking news right now at 6 o'clock. A big part of I-91 shut down because of a wrong-way crash. Lauren Zenzi just made it into the studio. She's standing by with a live report coming up in just a minute.
You put a target on his back just like you did every single parent and loved one sitting here.
Tense moments inside of court for the Alex Jones trial. We have more on what happened.
And you shut up. There you go. I'm done with you.
And fired up over education. There were some tense moments outside of a Board of Ed meeting in Southington. We'll share what happened inside.
Plus, a nurses' strike at a hospital in eastern Connecticut enters its second day. Julia LeBlanc is standing by at the picket line with a live report. That's just moments away for you. And good morning to you. Happy Friday. Thanks for starting yours off with us here at Fox 61 America Areas.
And I'm Tim Lammers. Good morning. Happy Friday. Yes. As we turn to the weather here, we look outside Hartford and New Haven, where it is feeling like autumn out there here now that it actually is autumn. I guess you can't complain, right, Matt Scott?
Absolutely. Did you notice?
Oh, it's the microphone.
I think
you
know. You see the bigger smiles on their face. It's Friday. It's the first day of autumn. There's a good vibe and a good feeling out there. Good morning to you. 6:01. Let's look at the board. Hello. Got to put some extra O's in there. Autumn as of last night. Boy, it feels like it outside. Cool temperatures taking over. Talking about a dry, a humid-free forecast. It's mostly quiet in the 7-8. We'll show you that. Look at these numbers. Woo. 46 to 53 on the big board right now. Groton and New Haven both at 53, 51 right now in Hartford. And dew points? What dew points? We don't need no dew points. Look at this. First time in months we're seeing them in the 30s in Hartford to the Litchfield Hills. Northwesterly wind letting the floodgates open. That cool, crisp Canadian air taking over, keeping things on the chilled side today. 50 and mostly sunny now as the sun comes up. Only 58 later on, and that's before you factor in the breezes. Going to feel like the upper 40s till about noontime or so. We'll talk about that coming up. Let's go to the roads because there's a lot to talk about this early in the morning. Happy Friday to you, Lauren Zenzi.
Good morning to you, Matt. Good morning, everyone, here in the CTDOT Traffic Center. Been a very busy morning. We're going to bring you right out to the maps right now. Over on the northbound side of I-91 in Windsor, it is completely shut down due to what we now know as a wrong-way crash. This is right between exits 37 and 38. As of right now, traffic is being detoured off of exit 37, but you could just see how expansive those delays are in that area. We do have some photos from the scene from a gentleman named Fred. He's an Uber driver who was on his way to Bradley International Airport when he said he was directly behind the tractor trailer and all of a sudden saw a puff of smoke in front of the tractor trailer, to which then the tractor trailer slammed on its brakes and the back of the truck actually went sideways. You can see it was fixed there. But the expansive damage from the scene just goes to show how severe this can be. We are going to be speaking with Connecticut State Police live on the air at 6:30 to talk more about this and the wrong-way driver problem that we are having here in the state of Connecticut. Now let's bring you back out to the map so we can see what else is going on. I do want to bring a detour in for anyone that's going to be heading to Bradley International Airport. We know that a lot of people frequent the airport, especially on a Friday. So if you are going northbound on I-91, your best bet is going to be to take exit 36 over to Route 159, and from there you're going to take Route 75, which is going to bring you to Bradley. So definitely stick around for our interview with Sergeant Jeltsma coming up on the Fox 61 Morning News at 6:30. They're also asking witnesses to contact Troop H at 860-534-1098 or to michael.dean@ct.gov. That is the lead investigator on this crash. And also they're asking anyone with photos or dash cam video to contact Trooper Dean. They do want to make it clear that this is and always will be a confidential tip line, so you don't have to give your personal information if you don't want to. Now, some good news in the Hartford area. 91, 84, Route 2, all looking clear as of right now as we take a live look out in Wethersfield. Things are moving freely on 91 north and south right near Great Meadow Road, exit 26 in Old Wethersfield. And over in Waterbury, we're seeing some heavier delays out there, but luckily no incidents to report. We'll check back in with Sergeant Jeltsma and hopefully an update on that scene coming up at 6:30, guys.
Okay, Lauren, thank you. Nurses at Windham Hospital are on strike for a second straight day this morning. And today they're going to take it a little bit further because they said it's not just about them. They're going to try to bring attention to another issue that they say the entire state is facing. For more on that, let's get right out to Fox 61's Julia LeBlanc. She is live in Willimantic yet again. Good morning, Julia.
Hi, good morning to you. We are having a nice, warm campfire right now with the nurses who have been on strike since 7 o'clock yesterday morning. I'm told this was donated by Tony's Pizza, and there's been so much more community support that we have seen throughout the night to help these nurses get through a difficult time for sure. We are joined by Claudia, Nancy, and Carla. Thank you all so much for joining us. Decades of nursing experience sitting right here, by the way, so thank you all for what you do every day. Nancy, just take me through this journey. You guys have been camping out all night. What's it been like?
It's been pretty cold. So again, thank you for Tony's for this. It's been our savior all night. We had a little heater, but this has been the bomb. It was nice. I got to work with sit here tonight with nurses that I only hear from a phone because they work in the ER and I work in the PCU. So it was nice to actually have time to get to really know them and talk about our different things that we like and things that we have in common and you know, how we're going to get through this as far as, you know, taking care of our patients, taking care of our community, how important it is for us to, you know, to be there for them, our community and patients, and have them there for us. And obviously with the support, we've had people drop us off donuts in the middle of the night, you know, that you wouldn't think of at 3 a.m. People have come by or, you know, waved because we were trying to be quiet. Right. So they would wave to us at least and, you know, give us the thumbs up or our little fist in the air. Right. So
yeah, it's been amazing to see that. I know we're going to be having more community support as well. At 10 o'clock this morning, there will be a rally. We will be seeing state, local, federal leaders coming here to support the nurses, especially to talk about a much larger issue, which is recruitment and retention and just this patient care crisis, Claudia, that I know you mentioned. You have seen where the ratio between nurses to patients, not only here at this hospital, but at other hospitals in Connecticut and across the country, you've seen that, and that's a real problem, right?
We see that very often, and it's not because they don't hire nurses, it's because they cannot retain them. That's the problem. So they hire 20 nurses and 25 leave, so that really leaves us like with a ratio that's not it's not safe for the patients. That's our main concern. So.
Right, and they're always a top priority for the nurses here, and that's why they are all here. That's why they've been striking since 7 o'clock this morning. They're fighting for a multitude of things: better pay, better insurance, no more mandatory overtime. They're all in negotiations. That is happening today, as well as the 10 o'clock event that I also mentioned to you, where there will be a rally here with federal, state, and local leaders. We'll, of course, cover that for you, and we'll bring that to you here on Fox 61 as well. For now, though, we're hanging out by the campfire here in Willimantic. Julia LeBlanc, Fox 61 News.
Hi, Julia. Thank you. Well, today, Alex Jones is expected to take the stand again after a real tense day of testimony yesterday.
Yeah, the judge telling both Jones and his attorney that she will have a zero-tolerance policy for not following the rules. Now, in his first day on the stand, conspiracy theorist Alex Jones answering questions from the attorney representing the families of the Sandy Hook victims. Jones says that he's done apologizing for his lies about Sandy Hook. Take a listen.
I legitimately thought it might have been staged, and I stand by that. I don't apologize for it.
And don't apologize, Mr. Jones. Please don't apologize.
No, I've already apologized to the parents over and over again.
We know
I don't apologize to you.
Objection.
Don't apologize to you.
You're going to do it again.
Objection, Judge.
Now, the jury had to be excused by the judge several times as she reprimanded Jones and the attorneys. Jones continued to speak even after his own attorney raised objections.
Mr. Jones.
I can't keep telling your client that. If he wants to keep answering, I can only say it so many times.
I finally stopped myself that time.
Now, the family's attorneys also brought up a defamation lawsuit that Jones filed against another media company to try to discredit his claims that the First Amendment protects his lies about Sandy Hook. However, he can't talk about it in court. Jones' lawyers argued that he was purposely being asked questions that could get him in trouble. Now, Fox 61 is going to have continuing coverage for you into the trial of Alex Jones. If you'd like to see more of his testimony, you can always get the latest anytime on the Fox 61 News app. Fox 61 Plus, and of course here on air, online at fox61.com. Happening today in Waterbury, there's expected to be a police presence after a threatening message was sent to a student at the Waterbury Arts Magnet School. Now, it briefly forced the school to shelter in place as police investigated. Police say a 17-year-old who is not a student at the school was identified as a suspect and charged with threatening and breach of peace.
And across the city at Crosby High School, that school will also have an increased police presence today after a separate threat was made on social media. No word yet on what that exact threat was or who made it, but police said they are working with the city's Board of Education to make sure all students stay safe.
And down in Danbury, there will be an increased police presence at the high school there as kids arrived this morning. A teenager was arrested last night after a social media threat about the school surfaced. Now, police didn't say what the threat entailed, but did say that it was not credible. Officers will also be on hand for when the kids get dismissed in the afternoon.